What's good, all my trader and investor homies? It's your boy Kevin. This is Touchdown Trades. In today's video, we're going to be breaking down a cheap $3 stock that I think has a lot of potential. They are getting involved in a bunch of emerging markets. How about EV charging? They are disrupting the EV charging space. The technology that they're bringing to the EV charging market is completely different than any other EV charging company has right now. They're getting involved in EV tractors, EV farming equipment. We haven't seen anything like that hit the market yet. They're getting involved in EV motorcycles, and they have a bunch of different business models in emerging markets. They are an intuitive, disruptive company. That's the kind of company that I personally like to invest in. They are trading at just above $3 per share. This is a cheap company with a lot of potential. So we're going to be breaking down the business model. We're going to be breaking down the fundamentals, and we're going to take a look at the chart, and I'll offer my price targets, my price predictions, and forecasts. If you're new to the channel, do me a huge favor and hit that subscribe button and the notification bells. Everybody like that button for me. The like button is not our friend, so we destroy it. All right, let's break down this $3 stock that is branching out into a bunch of different emerging markets. Let's get it. The stock we're going to be breaking down in today's video is ticker IDEX. This is Ideanomics Inc. This is a company that is getting involved in a bunch of emerging markets. EV tractors, EV charging stations that are different than any other EV charging station on the market that I think has the potential to take over the EV charging space. We have talked about Ideanomics in previous videos, but since the last time we talked about them, they've come out with some huge major news. So we're going to do a deep dive. We're going to do some DD into IDEX right now, and I'm going to offer my opinion on the company and why I think it has a lot of potential. It has made a pretty significant move over the last couple of weeks or months from under $1 per share all the way up to almost $6 per share. But we are getting the opportunity to take a look at this stock on a pretty significant pullback down towards $3 per share. I think it is undervalued at this price. And over the next few months, I think we see a breakout back towards those previous highs up near $5.50 per share. Ideanomics is investing in a bunch of different emerging markets. Here we have a screenshot of their company portfolio, the different business segments that they're investing in. I love investing in companies that aren't dependent on one segment of their business. So if that segment of the business fails, the company doesn't necessarily fail. We are talking about a growth company that is getting involved in a bunch of different emerging markets. Some of those business segments are destined to fail. It's going to happen. One out of these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 business segments is probably not going to work out. But it doesn't matter. If Ideanomics hits on just 1 or 2 of these business segments, then the company can absolutely take off. I love their wave charging. We're going to talk more about that in a second. But let's take a look at some of the different business segments and talk about why I love Ideanomics long term. Solartrack is their EV agricultural products, right? They have EV tractors that they're working on. Here is a picture of the Solartrack tractor. So as we see state governments start to pass regulations on the amount of carbon emissions that internal combustion vehicles and equipment can emit, I think companies like Ideanomics in the Solartrack tractor are going to absolutely take off. Think about states like California that have big agricultural farms in their state. Huge. Agriculture is a huge part of California, and if they pass carbon emission regulations, then tractors like this one from Ideanomics are going to come into play. Ideanomics is also getting involved in EV motorcycles, all electric motorcycles. These are going to be big in Asia right off the jump. I think it's going to take a while for it to get popular in the United States, but in heavily urban, heavy traffic areas in Asia, these EV motorcycles are going to be big. They have already been launched in Malaysia, and I think this company has the potential to make these EV motorcycles pretty big. We also have these small EV trucks we can see right here. It looks to be like a food truck. I think this could be big as well in Asia. Ideanomics is also getting involved in the real estate space with their Timeo software, which helps to solve the problem of closing on your house. It makes the process simple and easy for both real estate agents, the lawyers involved, and the buyer and seller of the property. So this software is in the emerging market of the real estate game. Now you might be thinking to yourself, real estate is not an emerging market, it's been around forever. But look what companies like Zillow and Open Door have done in the real estate space, and Ideanomics is trying to disrupt the real estate space with this software. And here is the business segment that I am the most excited about, their Wave EV charging technology. Absolutely going to be huge in my opinion. So this is wireless EV charging. Wireless EV charging, that's right. Let's see if we can, here's a picture of it. So you put the technology into the road or the parking lot, wherever. You pull on top of it with your EV vehicle and it charges the car or the bus from underneath. Why is this important? Think of autonomous driving, think robotaxis. If there's nobody driving the car, there's going to be nobody in the car to get out and plug the car in to get charged. So the autonomous robotaxi can pull on top of this wave charging tech, park on top of it, and then you're good to go. Charges up 30-45 minutes, good to go, pick up some more passengers and continue driving. If you want to get trade alerts sent to you in real time, my buy and sell orders in real time, check out touchdowntrades.com, a 3-in-1 stock market trading, investing, and options course that gives you strategies on swing trading, long-term investing, and options. It also includes lifetime access to my buy and sell alerts that I send out in real time in the private Discord chat. There's a $50 off coupon and a link in the description. So I think this business segment alone, the wave charging, could help Ideanomics to become a multi-billion-dollar company. The other segments, those are just icing on top of the cake for me, but I'm really interested in this wave charging technology. I think it's going to be absolutely massive. Let's talk about Tesla for a second, and then we can understand why I think this wave EV charging tech is going to be so big. So Tesla has a market cap of around $700 or $800 billion right now, approaching $1 trillion market cap. And most retail traders and investors would think that that market cap is mostly made up of their EV auto manufacturing that they're selling to the average consumer, and that couldn't be further from the truth. Tesla's market cap is mostly made up of potential revenue from their autonomous driving and robotaxi technology. That's why I am so big on this wave technology, this wave EV charging brought to us by Ideanomics. Okay, so there's going to be thousands or millions of robotaxis driving around 20 years from now in the United States. They're not going to be able to charge themselves because there's nobody to do it. There's nobody to plug it in. And this wave you could put in parking spots where the robotaxis park overnight, or wherever you want to put them. The EV robotaxis can pull right on top of them. Boom, you're good to go. How about EV buses? It'd be a pain to have to charge your EV bus by hand, go plug it in. What if it's a robobus? Wave comes into play there. I think the potential for this wave EV charging tech is limitless. And I think Ideanomics got a steal, an absolute steal, buying this company Wave for just $50 million in shares and cash. Let's talk about my price targets, my price predictions, my forecast. So right now we're trading at $3.20 per share. We have a lot of support down here around $3, $2 to $3, $2.50 to $3 per share. There's a lot of support in that area. So I think we're looking at this stock at a really good area right now, a good buy zone in this current area. I think we round out and we hold these levels, we round out and we retest those highs at $5.60 per share. I'm putting a 24-month, a 2-year price target of $8 per share on Ideanomics. I am absolutely in love with the Wave EV charging. In the other business model segments, like the Timios real estate technology, like the EV tractors, like the EV motorcycles, that's just icing on the cake. If one of those business segments takes off, then that's just gravy, right? But my main focus is going to be on the Wave EV charging. I think that is absolutely huge, monster, going to the moon technology. All right, guys, that's going to wrap up the video. If you got something from it, do me a favor and hit the like button. If you're not yet a subscriber, consider hitting that subscribe button. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Until next time, peace.